I am Dr. Sudareshan, Department of Physics, Vijay College. And in our department, we have started an add-on course. We have initiated the add-on course on electronics and instrumentations. In fact, already we have done a few workshops like how to repair the instruments. Like there are so many power supplies in our lab was not working properly, not functioning properly. In fact, the students, final year students and the first year electronic students and physics students, in fact, a few commerce students also have joined together. They have set right about 10 to 20 instruments, 10 to 15 instruments. And colleges organize some science fest. For that, most of the projects, our students only they have helped. And different students from different colleges they appreciated their work. Then finally, we have decided to start a add-on courses on electronics and instrumentations. And the syllabus, everything has been framed. Instead of getting people from outside and repair all the lab material equipments and instruments, why can't we do what is it? We ourselves saturate all the apparatus, because simply servicing the each instruments costly 300 400 rupees per instruments, more than 40 50 instruments, it was costing a lot for the institution. And students they have done in a very short time. See, for every practical they finish it early, and they don't want to go out of the lab, they want to do something. And like a group of students, they separate a few instruments. In fact, it has costed about 3 or 4,000 rupees. They've saved for the institution. When the institution want to give the money, they refuse. Sir, it is a big opportunity that we learned. Otherwise, very difficult for us. Then again, what? We remember that our Prime Minister Make India project. Why can't we, these people can initiate? And one of the student in particular, he has designed the robotics on his own. And he has got a lot of prize also from other place. And he has spent a lot of money. Then totally a few students from different streams joined together. And some of the non-science students also were included. In fact, particularly two few high school students also joined in this project. Saturday they used to come and do it with a lot of enthusiasm. They were doing it. Most of the things we have not recorded it. Like over student they come, will used to do. And documentations, they say no, you have to do documentations. See, whatever you do it with your own interest, it's not necessary to document. Why you want students, they were not so particular about the documentations, but with high enthusiasm they were doing. And students, they said, sir, if you do some small introductions and all that on electronics, whatever. I said, I am not that proficiency in this, particularly practical electronics. I said, no sir, whatever you know you tell, we also do it. We'll ask electronic department and our other professor teachers and all that. Yes, in fact, as each one teach one program in the placement department, placement object is one of the object of the placement. And we started. And they gave, sir, whatever you know, want to talk, you talk and give a small introduction. We start like that. Okay, I said. Anyway, here I want to tell you a few things how the electronics, as for my knowledge. I read few books here and there, and whatever I know, I'll tell in my own way. Dear students, to begin with, you may travel whatever the no that is whatever vehicle you may travel, or you may be, or no matter what type of vehicle you are using, no matter what you built, and no matter what you play, and the law of physics govern everything that is happening around us. Now, physics helps us to understand how things work in a tiny world, that is tiny world around us, and even cosmos as a whole. Yes, physics is all around us. Physics has made and still making our life better one day at a time, right? Without physics, you take any action, every moment, everything's just there is a physics in it. Though we are able to answer a lot of science questions using physics, we still have a lot of unanswered, also, that is like dark matter, dark energy. How do we get here? How we have come here? These and all is a what is it? Very difficult to solve, and we cannot think what it is. How it has, how we have existed here, right? See, in fact, we have had lot of brilliant minds in the past and the present, also making great contributions, and they are unlocking the secret of physics. The quest to find the unknown has resulted in invention and that changed the world a lot together, right? The physicists are continuously trying to do some the research one or the other, and they're trying to find everything around us. You know that, right? In fact, sometime over the course of time, when they try to solve one problem, they try to discover some new things, and it's a revolutionary. Marie Curie, her discovery is an accidental. All right. Uh, Now you know about the Edison, right? Problem started there, the electronics. In fact, the behind the Edison, a great scientist, who is that? Tesla. You have to read the biography of Tesla, and you must know about the Tesla. In fact, the real hero is Tesla, Nicholas Tesla, not the Edison. In fact, quite a lot of new finding things, revolutionary ideas, everything he did it. But Edison took the name, right? He real director, storyteller, writer, and all this. In fact, Edison is only the actor, but history is not. History has forgotten Tesla. Like that, there are so many scientists, great people are behind the screen. But example that Galileo, a cobbler behind the Galileo. In fact, they upgraded it. Galileo took the name, but there are unknown scientists. Lot of people are there. In that same, because Tesla is our main hero. If you read, people realize after several years. That means after 50, 60 years. See, the birth of electronics, one of the fine example of that revolutionary idea. A small incident, it took a big birth of a big subject itself. What about this computer science, Boolean algebra? Who is a Boolean? He's a botanist. Then he has switched on to uh, biology, what is that? Mathematics. From mathematician, switched on to botanist. Then finally, they put him in asylum. They treated him as a mad person. The person they put in that asylum knows he's not mad. But after 50, 60 years, without him, nothing can be done. Zero, one, right? On and off. That computers, whatever, everything is on the digital. Therefore, lot of revolutionary ideas, great things and all comes from the all these mad people. What do you call? Therefore, what I tell is, whatever you are doing, it looks madness for all of the other sides. For the future coming generation, it is going to be a very big history. You are going to write a history, right? Don't read history. You are an history. Go around doing it. Therefore, let us rewrite our history, and you become the history of it. And maybe that I am very proud that our physics department and our the principal, H.S. Balakrishna, and our HOD, head of the department, Dr. Govind, is the inspiration for all these things, right? As an presentations. I don't know how I will present. Anyway, whatever in my mind, I'm talking to you. Yes, such a physics is a big banyan tree, a small branch, right? This branch only the electronics. Another branch is the computer science. Another branch is but the person who understands physics will understand everything. This is a basic basis. In fact, like a fibrous roots spread everywhere. Okay, like the main axis is this. There are a lot of taproot and fibrous root are different in monocotyledon and dicotyledon. In biology, you will study. Now, physics is like that. It's a combination. It has like what taproot as well as fibrous root. I feel okay. Therefore, if you understand physics, you will understand electronics as well as computer science. Therefore, we join together. Professor uh, Mallikarjun Shetty, HOD of electronics, is the brain behind all this. What is it? Technical help for me, and Mrityunjay Swami and SN Bhatt, Dr. Bhatt, all are there constantly helping me for this. In fact, before starting that, I have taken the necessary materials and all that. I am starting that, and this is the first beginning, a small lecture on this we want to give, and I will include some significant breakthrough that lead to the birth of electronics as a new domain for you. Thinkers around the world were conducting several experiments just after the invention of electricity because nobody had any idea about electrical properties of different things. All are amateur fellows, right? All half baked. Like how I also know very little only on this. Like nobody had any proper idea about the electrical properties of different things and the matters and all. See, I am talking about 19th century. However, some 19th century time it all this problem started. Okay. However, some series of incident happened in the late 19th century itself. Okay. See, this only started around, I think it is 1880, if I am correct. Of that year only, around already a crude form of electric light bulbs. Right, we have come across the crude form of electric bulbs and the cathode ray tube. Cathode ray tube, you study it there, right? All this cathode ray tube and all started there. That means from there it started all this. See, that time this religious dominance is more. Even, see, it is like a Christ, what is that? A cross. Do you remember? This is a Christ cross they put it. So much it was religious dominance. Okay. Therefore, the cathode ray tube, the high potential differences applied and all that. And electrons, they found that they got electron is one of the constituent of the atom. All this invention came that time only, and it was the same period Thomas Alva Edison was trying to find out the reason. Actually, it's not Thomas Alva. Again, I'm telling you, I'm investing Tesla, right? The history is rewritten in another way. Thomas Alva Edison is an industrialist, right? In fact, for the bulb and all used to analyze the short lifespan of a filament of his light bulb as well as the bulb it becomes blackened. In fact, Tesla built one bulb. I think still it is burning, ever ending. Okay, but the industrialists they want we have to buy a lot again. For that they have to redesign it. And Tesla used to say he is a philanthropist, but Thomas Alva Edison is an industrialist. You want to make only money, want to become rich, but Tesla want to do lot of social service. All his science, everything right. He's a very simple man, selfless man, and he designed a bulb. Even still it is there. It will bulb forever, right? Just go through the what is that encyclopedia or Google, you search, even still that bulb is glowing. See, he made one during Tesla. He did one particular interesting experiment. During one of his experiment, he inserted a metal plate at the top of the original filament. See, this is the filament. Filament is glowing. He insert a metal plate right properly. This is the base. This side is positive. This is negative. Okay. You know, this is the battery. This is negative. This is negative. Sorry, this is negative. No. Sorry, I have emergence. Look, this is negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. This is negative, positive. See, in a battery, you know, this is positive, this will be the negative. 1.5 volt like this, you know, like this is the battery. Now, bulb will glow, but what he has is fused a metal. He fused one metal here. Okay, this is the filament. What he did is, here he connected this on dot. He connected the filament. This filament is connected through a galvanometer. I'll tell you what the galvanometer is. Galvanometer is the instrument which measures the current. Okay, when current flows in this direction, galvanometer shows deflection in this direction. If the current flows in this direction, galvanometer shows the deflection in the opposite direction. Therefore, galvanometer is the instrument which measures the current is there flowing in the circuit or not. He connected the galvanometer to the positive terminal. He connected the inside the vacuum tube. This is a vacuum tube. Positive side of the battery through the galvanometer. Now what happens? You connected to positive. No, the plate is positively charged. Because why? I connected to a positive terminal. Okay. Now plate is connected to positive. Now you know what is galvanometer is the instrument which measure is just a mechanical device to indicate flow of the current. Okay. What a peculiar mind. See what happened when the battery is on. What will happen? Current flows this. When a current flows this, what? Lot of electrons are emitting. Right? Lot of electrons are emitting. These electrons are attracted by this positive. When electrons are moving in this direction, current is said to be moving in the opposite direction. Now, current was flowing. That means when current flows, galvanometer was showing a deflection. On the other hand, what he did, here this plate, this is I used to call plate or electrode. There's some plate. He was wondering what current is flowing. Instead, this plate he connected to negative here. This one he connected here now. What had happened? He is not getting the current. That means later it's concluded these all the electrons are there, right? I connected to positive. This positive is attracted by the electrons. Electron is attracted by this positive plate. All the electrons is going. Current is moving in the opposite direction. Now when I connected to negative, what had happened? Here the bulb, this is the plate, is connected to negative terminal. And all these electrons, this also become negative, and negative repel, no current, no deflection. It valve work under this they used to call it behave like a valve. Valve is the one which allow water to flow in direction. You know, in the pump you have seen water valve. Valve, it allow the water to flow in one direction, this direction, but it does not allow if the water comes here, this valve it closes. Therefore, used to call valve or tube. It was started like that. Therefore, again I'll tell you, This is the filament. Filament is connected to, see, the filament is connected to positive of a battery. Okay, this is negative of a battery. Okay, he took one electrode and fused here one electrode. It is connected to a galvanometer, and the galvanometer is connected to a positive terminals. What happens when you switched on the battery? What happens? He was getting a current in this direction. The current is flowing this direction. The deflection was this. That means here a lot of thermionic emission took place, and since it is connected to positive, this plate becomes positive. It attracts all the electron. When electron flows in this direction, current is said to be moving in the opposite direction. Since you used to call plate current. And on the other hand, if we connected this to negative, current was not observing. There is no deflection in the galvanometer. Edison was unsure of what was going on. He was wondering why it had happened. But I told this what thermionic emissions. I don't know, in that 19th century, I don't know what explain, who gave, don't know. Whatever I read, which I know, this is the reason I know. That time he was not knowing. He was not sure about what is going on. But one thing, however, it was a very successful experiment. And it worked every time. Every time he tried, it was working. What a beautiful things. He was in a confusion state. Some invention is there, sure. And how I am going to apply, what way I am going to apply, how I am going to encash this, what way it is going to helpful for the industries. All the things questions started. See, again, the brain behind this is what? Tesla. Again, the Tesla. But history says Edison did it. Edison has not done this. See, he used to remember that one word, great word, non-producibility, non-producible single occurrence, or no significant to science. He used to say the Edison. Edison realized that he had identified a new phenomenon. Okay, while trying to solve which one? Short lifespan. No, short life span and blackening of bulb. He want to try to solve, but he is getting some new problem or new invention. In fact, how to make money, that was his only concern. He started looking to find a commercial application of his experiment. What way I am going to commercialize this? How I am going to market this? In fact, he was around, I think, in 1883, he went and got a patent. You know what's called patent? Nobody should copy. Patent for, see, Marconi also, I'll tell you the same thing. Marconi found 80 things from this one was Tesla. Tesla used to tell, oh, Marconi is a good man. I don't want to claim whatever I can, let him enjoy. All are rich, big, industrialists, made a lot of money. But Tesla was under the ground, like a foundation, not to be seen. Everybody used to see only the building. The foundation, nobody seen. And immediately he took the patent for this experiment. What is the name of the patent? I think electrical indicator. That was the name, the title of the, like we used to do the dissertation or project work on title, no. Therefore, he named this the electrical indicator is the title of this patent. He did it. See, not only this, he proposed on a few people and asked them to give a title, the Edison effect. Right? Through some proposal. That means today we call this phenomenon is called Edison effect. Actually, again, I am insisting it is a Tesla effect. But it has not affected Tesla or anybody. He is like a saint. But Edison took this title, Edison effect, of his work. But now I said no long back, 10-15 minutes before, what was the process called? It's called thermoionic emission. That is what? Thermoionic ionic emission. That means because of heat, the filament got heated, electrons came out here, and this emission of electron takes place. Therefore, space charge effect and all has come, and this is called a thermionic emission. So it's glowing, right? See, actually later, right, different scientists they given the explanation. Now, when you heat the metal, what happens? When you heat the metal, the electrons, this is nucleus, the electrons around it, especially outer orbit electron, gain more energy. It comes out of its bondage. And the minimum energy required to break the attractive force of this metal is called work function. That is W naught, work function. Now later Einstein theory says work function is equal to h nu. All right. I will tell you what the work function is. Work function is equal to h nu naught. This h is a Planck constant. Nu naught is equal to frequency. All these terms I will tell you for commerce students and non-science student. Okay, this has a meaning later. I'll tell you what is the work function. Energy. This is a minimum energy to require to electron to come out of its bondage. See, another thing is noticed. You take a metal, heat it, electrons are coming out. See, we make idli, dosa and all, no? That the metal is heated, lot of electrons are coming out. But it needs lot of energy to liberate these electrons, high energy electron. But if we created a vacuum here, right? Vacuum, it is less energy only to liberate an electron, right? You can't ask what's it, how to prepare dosa in vacuum tube and all, right? Don't do that. But this is the thing. In vacuum, no, they can quickly and easily electron comes out of this. Comes out of the attractive force. Therefore, when it is in the air, it is very difficult. In vacuum only it happens. This is another interesting thing. See the question. Now lot of electrons are coming in the vacuum tube. Is it possible to control this electron? Control this electron. Actually, the electronic components, lot of electronic components give birth because of this control of electron. All this yogi says, if you control your breath, or if you control your mind, you control your goals, you can do lot of wonderful things. By controlling the proper flow of electron, lot of electronic components give a birth on this. Diode, triode, tetrode, and so many things that comes. I myself don't know what the exact function of it. Okay, maybe the next class I'll study and tell you, or I'll discuss with others and tell you, right? See, you know that, see, during this experiment, when Edison did all this experiment, that time, nobody knows, electron was not discovered. And electrons and charge, they were right what? Only one thing, Dalton atom. Thumb means what? Divide. A means not. Atom is the one which cannot be divided. They don't know the idea of what the electron means. And electron and charge itself was yet to be discovered. Therefore, Edison also was not knowing. In fact, even Tesla was not knowing how is what was working. Because they were end users. See, again I'll tell you, they are not very deep about that higher physics. For example, an electrician coming to your house, you want to repair the fan, you should not ask him, do you know Ohm's law, Kirchhoff law, and all. He won't be knowing. You know only the mechanical part of it. See, if your vehicle got puncture or some problem in the motor, vehicle motor and all, you should not go and ask, internal combustion engine. A person who comes for repairing a refrigerator, you should not ask what do you know thermodynamics and all that. With that, they'll think you are a man, right? They know how they know some idea, they'll apply and do it off. See, that was the mental setup and research level was there, right? They want to do something, right? To work out, not in detail. Therefore, however, that time electrons and charge itself was not discovered. Yes, around 88 and 83, 84, 85, 97. Okay, 97, yes. 1897, that J.J. Thomson, right, was working on the cathode ray tube. Cathode ray tube. Right? He was working on the cathode ray tube. In fact, cathode ray tube consists of, it is like this. I don't know, the old in encyclopedia and all used to see. That time I remember. Okay. Very crude way it was. Understood? And when he was, he is a believer of a God, that Christ, everything, he keep it in front of it. Even you see this in cathode ray, that he used to keep one obstacle. It is in the form of cross only, right? Therefore, he always believed God only has to help all my discoveries or ideas, right? Ramanujam used to think, before sleeping, he used to pray the God, and early morning he used to get all the solutions of the problem. They like that. The subconscious mind is the God, immaterial of the religion. Therefore, J.J. Thomson connected, what is it, cathode ray consists of what? A plate and a cathode ray, and it's an evacuated chamber and connected to a very high voltage power supply. He connected. In fact, Thomson modified a tube later in the stage like this, that even that we are using in our lab. And this is the cathode, right? It is connected to a negative terminal, and it's positive terminal. He made another, plate with a small hole. See, this is a, don't ask question how it is standing. He made a hole. This is the plate. Okay, this is the hole. He made a hole. This is a side view, right? Is connected to positive terminal, and the cathode, when you pass the high voltage, this is high tension battery or high voltage, what happens? The electrons are emitted. Even that time also he doesn't know what the name electron. The rays the rays goes and falls on the hitting the screen. Here they put some fluorescent coating. They put a fluorescent coating that is was glowing this side, right? Scintillation we call, right? Okay, these all are called this cathode. This is at anode. They are called cathode rays, and this tube is called cathode ray tube or cathode ray oscilloscope. Even still we are using in our lab. In fact, we determine an experiment, E by M experiment. But please, sorry, I don't want to discuss all this. This is called cathode ray tube. That's all. Just you know that much. Physics students or science students know all this. Funny thing is what, including Thomson, nobody know why and how much it works and all that. But everybody could see a beautiful, spot on the fluorescence thing, like God appearing, right? Those times, all the thinkers, they think, oh, before light has not, bulb has not come that moment for the market, they used to show off this. Hey, see, this is somewhat glowing, and it was giving a beautiful, illumination around there place, and a lot of people used to come and observe. This ray is called cathode ray tube. But Thomson want to know why and what is the reason for this, how it works. He referred paper published by many great scientists and started working on cathode ray tube. At that time, lot of people have written the metal properties of metal and chemistry. Chemistry was very dominant at that time. Next, he started something, right? What he did, he introduced two plate again. Little plate. O. Thomson, right? He introduced the plate, and one is connected to, this is connected to negative, this is connected to positive, low tension. This high tension battery, about say 100 volt, say I don't know what is the value they use. This is 3 volt low tension battery. Now because these rays are coming, this is negative, he assumed this also, this plate is negative, this plate is positive. He found that this is deviating upward. That means this ray is attracted towards this positive. That means negative only attract positive. Therefore, he thought the rays are negative rays. Negative rays. Now he inverted again. This becomes positive, this becomes negative. He inverted and saw what is going to happen. That time again, when he inverted, this becomes positive, this becomes negative. The ray diverted this direction. There was a displacement, downward displacement. This is upward displacement, downward displacement. Then he has very much concluded what? This is a negative rays. Thomson knows, like the magnetism, like charge repel, unlike charge attract. Therefore, he thought this is made up of some negative charge particle. Then what is the name? What is that? What name to be kept? Then what he did is, he bought a magnet, powerful magnet, he kept in this path. Now when he kept the north pole here, what happens? This ray deflected towards north pole, repelled from the south pole. When he reversed it, it had happened the other way. Yes, it was very much confirmed. These are called negative rays or negative charged particles. He tried to replace that electrode of one particular seek, different metal, different electrode. Different electrode, that means different metals, right? Not only one metal, different metal he tried. In all the metals, he found the same results, that cathode ray going in with they goes in a straight line, they are getting deflected by electric field and magnetic field. See, such a confirmation experiment is this. What is the important observation, the thing, what is it? Thomson effect is what? Thomson experiment is what? All metals are contains negative charged particle. That means all metals emit cathode rays. See, in those time, atom was the smallest particle. Atom was the smallest particle, they thought. Now they found the particle which is smaller than atom. See, that is a big breakthrough. Right? Smaller than the atom. Okay. Then what? Rutherford experiment. Thumbs proving models. There are different models has come. That time, I am not going to discuss all that. And I don't know what he did like this. The very important result he said, hydrogen atom